excuses cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25. To the 26-yard line. Play fake. Mayfield. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 58 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Play action. Now it's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And his first look is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Following the interception, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Mayfield. Out to his left. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
4th down, Mayfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 48 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 53 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
They go play action. Mayfield eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Hard throw, incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
Here's one of two Colquitts punting at our game here. This is Britton who gets the first shot. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. That goes for a gain of 31.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your others. Throw the change up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
There's just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now Mayfield rolling to his right. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. To throw, Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot! Over!
Now a handoff, Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Mayfield now. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 71 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Hey,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 30 yards there. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. but he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
He sets to fire deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And this is caught by Watkins. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 65 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 41 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he rifles one incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mayfield. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So his third field goal of the ballgame brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even 8s. As a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 57 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
390. 390. Ace. Ace.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Anthony Sherman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Going deep here. And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. Mayfield on play action. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku from 13 yards out. And the Browns get a score closer. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 89 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Mayfield looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis.